Hello everyone and welcome back to Smart Learning Pod. Have you ever been confused about how to use be, been and being in English? Maybe sometimes you say, I am being happy, or I have been happy, and you're not sure which one is correct. Don't worry, today we're going to make it super easy and clear. English can seem tricky at times, but small steps and simple examples can make a huge difference. By the end of this lesson, you'll not only understand be, been and being, but you'll also feel confident using them naturally in your conversations, emails, and even in your exams. We will go through fun examples, everyday situations, and even some mistakes that most learners make, so you can avoid them. Trust me, by the end of this lesson, you'll feel like an English expert. I'm Jessica, and with me is my friend Mark.
Hi everyone. Thank you, Jessica. I'm really excited about this lesson because be, been, and being are everywhere in English, in speaking, writing, and listening. Once you understand them, your English will sound much more natural and fluent.
We are going to fully understand the verb be. It is one of the most important verbs in English because it shows state, existence, identity, and location.
Yes, Jessica. Many learners get confused because be doesn't work like regular verbs, but once you understand it, your English will become much more natural. 1. Present tense. Am, is, are.
In present tense, be has three forms: am, is, are. Am, used with I, is used with he, she, it. Are used with you, we, they. This form is used to show state, how someone feels; identity, who someone is; location, where someone or something is.
For example, I am happy shows your current state. She is a teacher shows identity. They are at the park shows location.
Notice how the verb changes depending on the subject. This is very important. 2. Past tense. Was, were.
For past tense, be changes to was and were. Was, with I, he, she, it. Were, with you, we, they. It shows state, identity, or location in the past.
Examples. I was tired yesterday. Past state. He was a student in 2019. Past identity. They were at the park last week. Past location.
Always remember to choose was or were according to the subject. 3. Future tense. Will be. For the future, we use will be for all subjects. It tells us what will exist, happen, or be true in the future. Examples: I will be ready soon, future state. She will be happy tomorrow, future state, emotion. They will be at school next week, future location.
Notice that will be never changes form. It stays the same for every subject. 4. Modal verbs plus be.
When using modal verbs like must, should, can, might, always use the base form be.
Examples. You must be careful implies necessity. They can be helpful implies possibility. She should be patient implies advice.
The base form be is important because modal verbs never take am, is, are, was, or were. 5. Continuous tenses.
Be also forms continuous tenses with be plus verb ing.
Examples: present continuous, arrow. I am working. Past continuous, arrow. She was studying. Future continuous, arrow. They will be playing.
Continuous tenses show ongoing actions in different time frames. 6. Passive voice. Be is used in passive voice with be plus past participle.
Examples. Present passive. The homework is done. Past passive. The book was written. Future passive. The project will be completed.
Now, we are going to learn about been. Many learners confuse it with be, but it has a special role. Been is the past participle of be, and we use it in perfect tenses.
Yes, Jessica. Perfect tenses include present perfect, past perfect, and future perfect. Been always comes after have, has, or had. 1. Present perfect. Have/has been.
In the present perfect tense, we use have been or has been to show actions or states that started in the past and continue to the present.
Have been. Arrow. With I, you, we, they. Has been arrow. With he, she, it.
Examples. I have been tired all day. Shows a state from past continuing now. She has been a teacher for 5 years. Shows identity continuing now. They have been at the park since morning. Shows location continuing.
Notice that been does not change. The helping verb have/has changes depending on the subject. 2. Past perfect. Had been.
For past perfect tense, we use had been. It shows a state or condition that existed before another past event.
Examples. I had been tired before the meeting started. Past state before another past action. She had been a student before becoming a teacher. Past identity. They had been at the park before it started raining. Past location.
Future perfect is less common than present perfect, but it's important for describing duration and completed states in the future. 4. Used in passive perfect.
Been is also used in perfect passive voice.
Examples. Present perfect passive. The work has been done. Past perfect passive. The project had been completed. Future perfect passive. The task will have been finished.
Here, been links the perfect tense with the past participle to show actions done to the object.
Now we are going to learn about being. Many learners confuse it with be and been, but it has a unique role. Being is the present participle of be and is used in continuous tenses and passive forms.
Yes, Jessica. Being shows ongoing states, actions, or conditions, and it often appears after am, is, are, was, were, have been, has been, had been, will be. 1. Present continuous with being.
We use being to describe a state or identity that is happening now.
Examples. She is being careful. Shows a current state of carefulness. He is being silly. Shows a temporary behavior. They are being friendly. Shows a current attitude or state.
Notice how being plus adjective describes temporary behavior or state, unlike be, which describes permanent identity. 2. Past continuous with being. In the past continuous, we use was/were being.
Examples. I was being patient. Past ongoing state. He was being helpful yesterday. Past temporary behavior. They were being noisy last night. Past ongoing action, state.
Being shows that the state or behavior was happening for a period of time, not permanent. 3. Perfect continuous with being. We also use been being in perfect continuous tenses. It shows a state that started in the past and continued for some time.
Examples. I have been being patient all morning. Present perfect continuous. She had been being very careful before the accident. Past perfect continuous. They will have been being friendly for weeks. Future perfect continuous.
This form is less common but very useful for emphasizing duration of an ongoing state. 4. Passive voice with being. Being is often used in continuous passive sentences with being plus past participle.
Examples. Present continuous passive. The house is being cleaned. Past continuous passive. The room was being painted. Future continuous passive. The project will be being updated.
All right, everyone. That's a full explanation of be, been, and being. Now you know how to use them in present, past, future, perfect continuous, and passive tenses. Practice these forms and your English will sound much more natural and fluent. Keep speaking, keep writing, and keep learning every day.
Thanks for staying with us. Remember, mastering these verbs is a huge step toward confident English communication. Keep practicing and don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how we improve. Bye, see you in the next lesson.